I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity. That woman's name is Melissa Pursling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
You can blame the so-called white man. All right. I'm going to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, hopefully elect. It's your brother Yahweh Call from the Great Millstone on Lando Camp. All right, and just back with another one, real quick. Try not to make this one too long-winded, but again, like I was touching on in the previous video, man. We're just in an age where everyone's crying out. The wine, the poison of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is his enchantments are wearing off, and people are sobering up. We'll go ahead and grab this. In Isaiah 47. And 12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shalt be able to profit. If so, be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right. And just the point being that when it comes to Esau's enchantments, his sorcery, his witchcraft, his spells, they're wearing off. All right. And everyone's sobering up. Everyone has drunk this wine. Right. And eventually, no matter how much you drink, eventually you sober up. Eventually you sober up. And that's the case that we're in. Everyone's sobering up. And even more so when it comes to women and how this whole feminism movement, all right, again, and the spirit is coming out again, getting on different brothers to get on these women, because you're not exempt from judgment. All right. Majority of the 2/3 consists of women. So Ezekiel 9 and 5, let me grab that real quick. Ezekiel 9 and 5. Matter of fact, verse 6. Just get to the point. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. So that's the point right there. All right. Because a lot of you women have a heavy judgment, especially how you dealt with a man of the Lord, a man of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and just men in general, because even if you're dealing with a wicked nigga, you still got to submit to that man. If you're in a relationship with a man, you still got to deal with him, ultimately the Lord will take care of his ass, but you still got to be up on the order. You still got to deal with that man, but nevertheless, just to make the point that it mentioned women twice, all right, maid and women, all right, maids, both maids and little children and women, because a lot of you women women in general have some heavy judgments, all right, because despite what the society has taught to have a bias towards women and children, you're supposed to have a soft spot towards women and children. The Lord doesn't give a shit about none of that, all right, man, and you women are coming to the realization that, damn, we messed up, and again, you can blame the so-called white man, all right, which again, a lot of these women have heavy judgments because And Jake in general, 2/3, because ultimately they chose Esau, Edom as their god. All right, Esau is their god, which that's a heavy treason. That's a that's a heavy treason against Yahweh Bashmal Shai. All right, but even more so, you women, you chose the so-called white man over your Lord, over your God, which is the Israelite man. And I know that's like nails on a chalkboard to a lot of women, but hey, you're just gonna have to find out through death by pain. All right, you're just gonna have to find out through death by pain. Indeed, a lot of you are coming to find out feminism has failed you. You're indeed coming to find out that you're not equal to the man. All right, now as I was touching on my previous video, it's not to say that you women don't have your roles to play, because we all have our roles to play. And like I was mentioning, it's no coincidence that a lot of women, you got these decent paying jobs, you got your little 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments. All right, you ain't got no man. Hey, that's going to be a benefit to brothers and to the ministry. That's going to be a help. That's going to be a major help in that time to come. Lord willing, sooner than soon. However the Lord works it out in the spirit, because that could be used for the body, for brothers. All right. You see, man, because this whole society is geared towards women worship. All right, the uplifting of women. But we see where it leads. We see the fruits of it. It's nothing but a bunch of chaos. Again, women are miserable, dysfunctional families, can't keep a man, the whole 9 yards. We touch on this time in and time out, so there's no need to get into it too deep. But we see the fruits. All right. Man. So it's time for you women to get in order, get right, get it tight. All right. Because all this goes back to the garden in Genesis 3. Like I said in Isaiah 47, from thy youth, right? You are working these enchantments from thy youth, right? Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh the power had made. And said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And as we know, or as we should know, this serpent is not going into a literal snake wrapped around a tree branch talking to Eve. No, talking to the woman. All right. For those that have that understanding, is going into a certain spirit, a certain conniving type of spirit, right? Which this is why Esau, he's referred to that old serpent, because this serpent is a full-blown dragon. At this point, it's a full-blown dragon. All right, but this is that same conniving, subtle, cunning spirit that's in Esau, Edom today. And this is what this whole pack with Esau, the so-called white man, and Eve. You always seen the so-called white man and the so-called black woman together. Why is that? Because that goes back to this, what I just read. All right. It says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So you see, all right, basically, you can equate this to feminism. All right, the men and women are equal. All right, women are better than men. All right, this was a part of that knowledge that Eve partook in, being equal to or better than the man. All right, and clearly we see where that has gotten us from. Clearly you see the heading at the top. It says the fall of man, because of course Eve, she brought this to Adam. All right, and he took the bait. Which it makes sense to me, because for those that have ears to see, ears to hear, all right, Adam was Yahushai, and through some of the reincarnations of Yahushai, such as Solomon, which Solomon fell because of women, You know, it makes sense why Yahushua, when he came as Yahushua, he didn't deal with a woman. You know, that just makes sense to me. Yahushua didn't deal with a woman when he came as himself. You know, but nevertheless, this is a part of the doctrine, because that's what it is. You know, going into this knowledge of good and evil. This is what it was. It was a doctrine of certain philosophies. All right, like I said, a woman being equal to and better than a man. Anything you could do, I could do better. Well, we see the fruits of that today, and now these women are crying out. Well, you have the so-called white man to blame for that. She saw, all right, Eve, so-called Negro, Latino, Latina, and Native American Indian women, all right, as well as she saw Shedemites, and as well as all the other nations, you know, because girls just want to have fun, right? Well, we see, again, the fruits. We see the fruits of that. All right. Single parent households. You know, all of the above, man. All of the above. We see, you know, this culture that Esau has produced. This is why these nations are mad. The scripture say that all the nations are drunk of this wine, and now they pissed. That's why you see over the years, man, all these nations, countries kicking the so-called white man out because of his philosophies. That's why the law, statutes, and commandments need to be ushered in. And that's why we can't wait, man. You know, for the law, statutes, and commandments to be ushered in, to be established on the earth. You know, the Lord taught us the Lord taught us a valuable lesson, man. You know, especially when it comes to the heirs, to the sons. You know, the heirs, man. You know, you hopefully elect brothers. The Lord definitely taught us a lesson. All right. But yeah, feminism. All right. It's never worked, but we're just now at a point where women are just finding out. They're just coming to find out it's not, you know, this don't work. This don't work. And I don't know if, you know, brothers are paying attention, but more and more, you know, like I said in my previous video, there's the spirit that is out there. These women, man, they're more and more, they're humbling themselves, man. You know, they're humbling themselves down because they see the shit don't work. They see the shit is not working. You know, no man wants to deal with them. You know, this is beautiful times that we're in. You know, the tides are turning in our favor, but even more so, the tides are turning for righteousness' sake. Because like I said before, our time is coming. We just got to wait a little longer. All right? We just got to wait a little longer, man. But in the last video, I read Isaiah 4:1. I'm going to go to Isaiah 4:2. I'm going to read down. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, and even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. Verse 4 is the point. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. And this is, you know, talking about the actual woman. All right? Because, again, you women, you're going to have to get cleansed too. You got to get purged too. Again, just because your God, the so-called white man, has taught you that you're perfect. All right? You're, you know, you can't do no wrong. All right? Everything is about you. Everything is about the upliftment of women. You know? Nah, man, the Lord doesn't give a damn about none of that. All right? And especially how a lot of you women have done a man of the Lord. You know? A lot of you women have a lot to pay for. You know? That's why it said, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So a lot of you women are going to get burnt. A lot of you women are going to be left here for the fire. But even before that, during Jacob's trouble, all right, that's a part of the purge process. Cleanse up all the wickedness. Because the Lord has had enough, you know, and we know because we've had enough. You know, we're like, that's why I said before, it's to a point, a lot of brothers don't even want to deal with women. Even brothers that have women. It's like brothers are already, it's like brothers in a sense are still eunuchs, you know. Even brothers that deal with women, that have wives. It's almost like, because like I quoted, and I'll quote it again. Even if you have a wife, like Apostle Paul said, be as though you don't have one. Be as though you have none. Because brothers is just so focused. Listen, hey, man, a woman, she will do you wrong, man. She will hurt your feelings. She will break your heart, man. The water, how about Shemal Shah? When all else fails, hey, man, you know, to you hopefully elect brothers, we got this, all right? We have Yahweh Shemal Shai, which has never failed us. Wisdom has never failed us, all right? This thing of ours has never failed, man. Because a woman, she will crush you, man. She will crush you. You know, that's why I said before, hey, the Lord has this way of making sure that we're not so caught up into the things of this world. And that includes people, women, and children. Now, you deal how you deal, you know. It's your business, but the Lord has his ways of showing you and keeping you focused on him. Because a woman, she will break you, man. You know, she will break your heart. You know, out the blue. Just 1 minute, hey, you give your woman this all. You give her everything. But just because she has all these privileges, right? Because she has all these privileges, hey, you know, she will get rewarded for leaving you. You know, she will get rewarded for committing adultery, cheating on you. And she will get rewarded for that. She will get praise. This is the type of society that we live in. You know, and the woman wondering why, you know, you're through out here, man. You women wondering why you're through. That's why judgment has to come. Hey, that's why, hey, for the most part, hey, a lot of brothers, you know, there's no sympathy. You know, now brothers gonna deal how they deal, but for the most part, man, hey, there's no sympathy, man. You know, you don't get no love over here, man. You're gonna come correct or kick fucking rocks, man. It's just that simple. All right. This whole shit about women being in prize. Listen, the apostles been bringing it out. Hey, which they get from their elders. All right. You know, how it was told that, hey, listen, a woman, she can't bring back her nation. Only the man can. You know, so who's really the prize? You know, who's really the prize? A man can bring back his nation. You know, a woman, she can't. And the fact that, you know, Eve, all right, because I'm not going to call them our woman right now. They're, you know, they're not our woman right now. But as far as Eve, all right, Israelite women, and the fact that they chose the enemy, you know, because, you know, that's the thing, you know, and that's been a thing for a good time now. Eve getting with Esau, the so-called white man, and bringing his seed back, bringing his lineage back. You know, that's treason right there. You know, that's why a lot of you women are going to get kicked to the curb, man. A lot of you women are going to get kicked to the curb, man. It don't matter how bad you are. It don't matter how fine you are. You know, a lot of you women are going to get kicked to the curb. And this is why me personally, I tell brothers all the time, hey, man, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what brothers see. I don't know what brothers, now, like I said, don't get me wrong. You know, Eve, she's bad. You know, even under the curses, Eve is bad. But that don't mean shit. You know, I tell brothers all the time, because I don't know what they see in Eve. But I tell brothers all the time, hey, man, get you some concubines, man. Get you a concubine or two. The hell with Eve, bro. I don't know what brothers see in Eve, the so-called black woman, and I don't know. I don't know what it is, but even now, you know, like Judah, as much as I don't fuck with Judah, and it's not personal, you know, because listen, I believe Judah's going to be the baddest in the kingdom. All of our women are going to be bad in the kingdom, but I think Judah's going to be the baddest. She's the least sought for right now. I think she's going to be the most sought for in the kingdom, you know. But as of right now, my thing is the hell with the southern kingdom, the hell with Judah. All right. But even with that being said, this is, it's like I get more attention from you know. That's why I said earlier, if you're paying attention, these women, they're getting more nice, you know. They're getting nice, you know. They're humbling themselves down more and more, especially Judah. I see that a lot. Judah is giving me more choosing signals. You know, because they sense the vibe, man. You know, these people, they sense the vibe out here, man. They know what's going on, man. They sense the vibe. They might not be able to put two and two together. They will, though. You know, they will eventually. But there's a great humbling coming to you women, all right? You chose to side with the enemy. Well, you have to deal with that. You have to deal with that. So again, Isaiah 4:4, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So you see, man, listen, there ain't gonna be no, don't expect love from brothers in that day, man. All right, brothers already have a cold heart as it is. Imagine that. Imagine Jacob's trouble. All right, you know, man, the Lord has some heavy judgments in store for a lot of you women. You chose to side with the enemy. Hey, you make your bed, you gotta sleep in it. You know, y'all chose the enemy. Hey, that y'all got to deal with that. Real talk. You know, because for majority of you women, it's too late. You know, a lot of women are coming to the understanding and realization that, man, this shit ain't working. You know, feminism has failed us, but a lot of you are past the point of no return. So you just got to get dealt with. You got to get got. You know, the Lord willing, that was edifying. All praises to you, how about Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully, like.